Are you the hostess with the mostest, or are you that hostess that is, after the party, always thinking about, I coulda, shoulda, woulda done blank, and you're exhausted when it's done, and it really wasn't that great of an experience for you? I think I can help. I'm Margaret. I'm a virtual organizer. I have been organizing for over 20 years, and the last couple of them doing it virtually, which means I'm helping people all over the United States, which I love. And yes, my main job is to help people declutter their homes and get them organized. But part of that is getting life unjumbled and getting life organized. And guess what part of life is? Picnics and parties. Yes, and of course we're in that season now, so I thought this would be timely to talk about. So how do you have a picnic, or host a picnic or a party that you feel better about? Let me help. So like the old joke, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's what you're going to do with your parties. You're not going to just sit down and have a plan that flows out of you. You're going to break it down into pieces. Now, I will say that what I'm going to give you now is perhaps not the best way for people with ADHD to do it. I'll give you a little tip for you at the very end, so stay tuned. But here's how I want to suggest for other folks. And that is, we're going to break it down piece by piece. Now, this is just a personal thing. You can use a scrappy piece of paper if you want to. But I have a notebook, like just a cheapy, I think it costs a couple bucks, but a bound notebook that I like to do my party planning in because it just makes me feel better. And I should back up and say, I am not by nature a party planner. I am an introvert and I like parties, but they exhaust me, and so I avoid at all costs hosting them, but sometimes it happens. So here's what you do. If you're hosting something at your house, there's generally two aspects of it. One, cleaning, two, food. So start a page at the beginning of the book for food, start a page, some pages in for cleaning. Now we're going to list all the tasks, and we're going to list, what do I have to do for food? Well, I need a list of what I'm going to be serving. And then I need to create a list of the groceries I need for that. Then I need a list of what I'm going to do with those groceries. If it's cheese cubes, I need to chop it up. If it's cookies, I need to bake them. And you can see what we're doing. We're just going from list to the next list to the next list. Okay, that might be something you're doing already. Here's the piece that to me seems fairly obvious, but man, I see a lot of people missing it, and maybe you are too. Like that elephant, you can't do everything at once, so break it down. Decide when you're going to start working on this. So for the food aspect of it, maybe you're going to start 3 days before. And 3 days before, you're going to buy the groceries. That's all you're going to do that day, because anything more, it will be exhausting. On the second day, you're going to cut up the things that you can cut up and maybe make some cookies. On the next day, so now we're what, 1 day before the party, maybe I'm going to cut up some things that will, I couldn't have cut them up a few days ago because they would have spoiled or not been as fresh and nice, but now I can. So you see what I'm doing is I'm doing what I can each day so that by party day, it's going to be done. Here's a pro tip. Don't have anything that you're planning on doing within at least a couple hours before the party, because guess what? You got to get you ready. Maybe that's a shower. Maybe that's just sitting back and sipping some wine so you're mentally and physically ready. I don't know. But don't be working right up until the last minute. Plan your relaxation time into that. Now, here is the icing on the cake of organizing. Delegate. You probably can't do it all, and you don't need to do it all. So as you're breaking things down by what to do, when to do it, now who is going to do it? If you've got kids, and you've seen some of my videos before perhaps, kids can help. Even the little kids can do certain things. So figure out who can do what, give them very clear instructions of what they're to do and when they're to do it so that they don't hold you up. Spouses might be helpful on setting up chairs or bringing sodas up from the basement or whatever the thing is. But no task is too small to delegate, so do that. On the cleaning side of things, same deal. Remember, we're trying to not be cleaning on top of cooking, on top of people coming in 1 hour for the party. So what needs to be done for cleaning? Pro tip, don't overdo it. If your house is a bit of a mess, this is not the time to declutter and deep clean every room. No, just do what I call the party rooms. So let's say you have a 2-story house. That's going to mean, yeah, you're going to want the kitchen nice, the entryway nice, whatever room people are gathering in nice. Certainly a powder room should be nice. Maybe you even do the stairs in the hallway to the upstairs bathroom because you know that you'll need more than one bathroom. Not a big deal, but there's no reason to clean the basement if people aren't going in there, or the laundry room. Let it go. Now, one of the things I recommend with cleaning is, besides not over cleaning and doing areas that you don't need to do for this party, I recommend trying to do the cleaning before you're doing the cooking. It is really hard for the brain to, I'm doing the bathroom and vacuuming and I'm baking cookies. So split them up. You can do the cleaning typically before you do the food things. It works better. And then, you know what maybe you do is, maybe it's you, I prefer if you delegate, somebody else is just doing a touch-up. They're just running the vacuum cleaner morning of the party. They are just wiping down the bathroom. You don't need to dust again. You just did it earlier in the week. It's not dusty already. So you get the idea of, we minimize what it is we need to do, and then we break it up and we delegate. Okay, hope that helps. I mentioned at the start of this video that if you have ADHD, you're not thinking linearly. And so putting together a list like that is just mind blown. But you know what? You can do the same kind of thing, and you can use colored Post-it notes. I'm going to leave it up to you to pick a place in your house where you're sticking them. Maybe you're sticking on the refrigerator one Post-it note. Tuesday, buy groceries. Wednesday, cut up celery. You do that. Me as a linear thinker, that would drive me nuts to have Post-it notes all over the place. But you, as an ADHD person, are going to respond better to that typically, and the different colors and things like that are going to excite those neurons in your brain. So it really does work to do it that way. This was fast. But I hope it helps give you some idea. If you need more help, there's 2 ways you can get that. You can drop a note in the comments, and I will be very glad to answer you specifically with your question. You can reach out to me through my link and check out my website. I am always glad to help people, whether it's a short-term party planning thing, or whether it's, you know what, next time I'm going to have that house decluttered top to bottom before the party. I'm here to help with that too. So whatever I can do for you, just go ahead and use me. That's what I'm here for. Hope it helped.